that music could warp your experience of time? What if I told you that music could boost your immune system or be beneficial to your health? What if I told you that music could influence your emotions or change your mood? I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the power of music. But first, let me take you on holiday with me. Today we are traveling from Johannesburg down to Ballito, where a fun-filled beach holiday awaits us. But I get the joy of sitting in the car for 6 hours next to my little brother, who can never seem to get comfortable and is constantly moving about. I'm trying desperately hard not to get car sick, and no matter how many times we do this journey, I always seem to pick the side of the car that the sunlight is streaming through. So I pop in my earphones and tune out the world around me. And what seems like just a few minutes from pulling out of the driveway, I hear my little brother ask, "How much further?" And then I'm pleasantly surprised to hear we've already been traveling for a full hour. Music can change your perception of time. It can make time seem to move faster, like in this instance, or sometimes even slower. Listening to music for half an hour may seem like only a few minutes have passed. Here are a few reasons why. Firstly, studies have shown that when we listen to music, our brains start expecting and anticipating what is coming up next. We are constantly predicting, and this draws us into the music. And it makes a 5-minute song feel like just 30 seconds. Secondly, this acts as a distraction. Our minds are drawn away from the fact that our little brother is chewing something very loudly, and that our legs are swarming with pins and needles. And we are drawn towards the music. Our brains are allowed to wander to miles away from our current situation. So we aren't counting the seconds till we reach our destination, or even remotely concerned about the 6 hours of driving ahead of us. Thirdly, music is entertaining, and time flies when you're having fun. When we listen to music, a chemical called dopamine is released. Dopamine acts as a neurotransmitter. It sends information from one neuron to another. Dopamine sends a message that this is awesome, this is fun, this feels amazing, this is pleasurable. And for me, having a thick slice of red velvet cake will provide me with all the dopamine I'll ever need. But dopamine doesn't only make us feel good. It can also have positive effects on our immune system. This is because dopamine doesn't only act on neurons, but can act on our immune cells. It can align them in such a way that makes them way more effective in fighting infections. But there are also a lot of other ways in which music can boost our immune system. Listening to music reduces our cortisol levels. Cortisol is a hormone that is released by the adrenal gland in order to aid the body by inducing stress. For example, if you haven't slept or maybe haven't eaten for a full 24 hours, your cortisol levels will go up, inducing the right amount of stress in order to get you to eat or sleep, so that you can survive. After that, if your cortisol levels get too high, they can induce unnecessary stress. And that can be harmful to your general health and negatively affect your immune system. But listening to music also increases your levels of natural killer cells, which attack bacteria and infected or cancerous cells. Listening to music also increases your numbers of antibodies that fight infections. And so listening to music can boost your immune system. So while I've talked about physical benefits of listening to music, there are also quite a few psychological benefits. I'm sure that many of you might have experienced the emotional effects of music. How listening to music with a fast tempo can make you feel energized, or how listening to cheerful music can make you feel happy. How listening to strange or eerie music can make you feel uncomfortable or maybe even tense. But what's interesting is that listening to sad music doesn't necessarily make you feel sad or sadder. Listening to sad music can be comforting. It can help people get out of feeling sad or depressed. I know that when I'm feeling particularly sad, the last thing I want to do is go and listen to happy music. Music that doesn't understand what I'm going through, music that I can't identify with. I'd much rather listen to sad music. Music that mirrors what I'm feeling on the inside. This is due to a process called entrainment, which has been further developed, particularly in the field of music therapy, by using the ISO principle. The ISO principle is a technique which you can use in order to change your mood through music. Basically, you start off by listening to music which identifies and matches your current emotion. After this, you can identify with the music, you can connect with the music, you link into the music. You feel like it understands what you're going through. The music is comforting. If you then start to slowly change your music, let your music start portraying different emotions. It will take you and your mood along with it. Like a train leaving the sad station and moving towards the happy station. This is because once you're linked in or connected to the music, as it moves from portraying one emotion to the next, then your mood will mirror it. You can strategically structure playlists in this way, so that when you're feeling sad or angry, you can easily change your mood simply by listening to music. So music is powerful. It can do all sorts of things. Music can change your perception of time. It can boost your immune system or be beneficial to your health. Music can change your mood, but it can do so much more than that. Music can open doors to all sorts of new opportunities. And so I hope that you can start using music to its full potential, because let me tell you a secret. Music is powerful.